तुझ पे बात तेरी से जनाई जन पापा तरन कतन लेको जन स्वीटी बाबू जन पापा कतन ले आतन जो ना तका देखी ना बाबू जत जत देखन पापा कथि ले आतन जन पापा के बारे लिफ्ट में 401 में गला जत बेटा ठीक है तका साउंड कम कर ना गुन रहो वाह मकई खाता है कई महीना को तो खाए लगे सन कवर करना बाबू चलो स्वीटी लाइट ऑफ कर दे देवरानी टीवी बंद कर पापा गला में 4 फ्लोर में जो हेलो दोस्तों, तो कैसे हैं आप लोग। आशा करते हैं आप लोग अच्छे होंगे, मस्त होंगे। और बताइए। हाँ बाबू ओके आ गए दोस्तों। What?
bird to get used to you and feel comfortable in your presence. Keep its cage in the room where you spend most of your time. This way, your bird will constantly see and hear you, helping it become familiar with you. Also, allow it to supervise time outside the cage to explore, stretch its wings, and hang out with you.
भात ना खाबे हैं दूसरा घर के अपन भात हां हां तकारे
Naturally bonded with food. So on a
प्याज काट के भूज ना ले छिपा
sharing meals, eating a bowl of savory fruit and apple, make chewing sounds and offering small pieces to your bird.
Bawa good night.
With you as part of its
Bawa
routine
good night.
and builds a strong
ए बाबू हमारे भाऊ
पक्षी को बाहर निकाल रहा हूँ।
बेचारा सो गया था, कौन जगाया उसको चोर को? कोई कुछ नहीं देगा।
तेरा हॉर्लिक्स दूध पी लिया रे
हाँ वो चाहिए ना।
कौन लीटर
हटो मैं ले जाता हूँ, तुम जानो।
मुझे
फ्लक्स है
कब के ना हाथ होई देखियो परे।
Think of how people talk to babies. Birds love that. Try saying simple repetitive phrases like pretty bird or hello every day. If you're consistent, your bird might even learn to mimic you. 4. Offer treats by hand. The way to a bird's heart is often through its stomach.
देखो तू लेके
By
चल रहा दूध वाले
consistently offering
Uh-huh.
treats directly from your hand, your bird will associate you with something
इसी को ले
positive.
आ
Over
हाँ
time,
शायद।
it will start to trust you more and may even look forward to interacting.
दूध वाले का पैकेट ले आ निका
5. Gently groom. All birds will groom each other as a way to bond. And if your bird enjoys gentle practice, take advantage of that opportunity. Pay attention to its body language. If it leans into your touch, keep going. But if it moves away, respect its boundaries. Never force physical contact. 6. Start young, if possible. If you're still in the process of choosing a bird, consider getting a young one and hand-raising it. Younger birds tend to bond more easily with their owners compared to older birds that may already have established behaviors. 7. Keep your bird happy and stimulated. A bored bird is less likely to bond with you. Provide a variety of toys, perches, and activities to keep your bird entertained. Rotate the toys regularly to prevent boredom, and try different textures and shapes to keep things interesting. 8. Be patient and gentle. Birds are intelligent creatures, and they can sense frustration. If you're impatient or forceful, your bird will feel threatened and may even start to fear you. Move at its pace, use positive reinforcement, and build trust gradually. What did I? The Bedrock Marketplace is an innovative.
Meet the sun condor, a dazzling
Sun.
parrot species native to the South American rainforests. Its brilliant plumage resembles the hues of a setting sun, with vibrant oranges, yellows, and splashes of green. But it's not just their stunning appearance that makes them stand out. These social birds have personalities as colorful as their feathers. Sun condors are known for their playful and affectionate nature. They thrive on social interaction, forming deep bonds with their human companions. To keep their intelligent minds engaged, provide them with an array of toys and puzzles. They love solving problems and exploring their surroundings. Communication is key, and sun condors have their own vibrant language. From joyful chirps to excited squawks, they'll express themselves to let you know just how they're feeling. These birds are culinary enthusiasts and have a taste for variety. A mix of high-quality pellets, fresh fruits, vegetables, and the occasional treat will keep their taste buds dancing. Meet the sun condor.
आज हमने जो भी स्कूल से उनके लॉन्च लाइव मंगवाए ये देखने के लिए कौन सा जो है ना हमारे आज तो बहुत तृप्ति दे पाता है सबसे पहले यहाँ पे देखिए भाई शिकागो पिज्जा आ गया जो हमें बड़ा जोमेटो से 179
कुछ डोर
ये देखो भाई ये निकल रहा है ये क्या है भाई इतना ज्यादा ऑयली चलता है और बहुत सारे गाइस सबसे पहले इसको रेट करते हैं बहुत ज्यादा ऑयली है जो बहुत ज्यादा हार्ड है क्या मतलब में की चमड़ी है भाई ये कोई आरी वाली चीज की काटने के लिए सही में यार बहुत ज्यादा हार्ड हो चुका है ये देखो भाई ये तो तोड़ के खाना पड़ेगा भाई भाई दोनों ही बहुत ज्यादा ऑयली है ये देख सकते हैं आप ये कुछ ज्यादा ही ऑयली है ये तो बहुत ज्यादा हार्ड हो चुका है तो भाई ये बिल्कुल खाने लायक नहीं है तो गाइस आज के लिए जीतता है भाई कोल्ड ड्रिंक आज हमने जो भी बिल्कुल
This has got to be the most satisfying revenge story ever. A school bully secretly took photos of a girl and used her face to create a bunch of disgusting deepfakes. When her mother found out, she kidnapped the bully and brought him to her house. Looking at his smug face, she knew that even if she beat him to a pulp, he'd just go right back to his old ways once he recovered. So to teach him a lesson he'd never forget, the woman injected him with a stimulant and told him she was going to carve a pound of flesh from his body. The boy finally got scared, but it was too late. The room filled with his agonizing screams. But the woman wasn't done yet. She walked toward his other leg, terrified out of his mind. The boy quickly confessed that the student council president was the real mastermind behind all the photos. Only then did the woman put down her tools. The boy passed out at the sight of his gruesome wounds. The next day, the woman personally wheeled him home. Strangely enough, his father assumed his son had just gotten into trouble again and kept thanking her instead. As it turns out, the woman's name is Young Soo. She grew up in a secret facility, undergoing brutal training to become a top assassin. One day, she couldn't take it anymore and escaped with her 2 newborn children. She teamed up with 2 other defectors to form a makeshift family, hoping to hide their identities. And here's the twist. Young Soo never actually touched the bully. Everything he experienced was the result of hypnosis, which made the pain feel completely real. Cut to another scene. Late at night, a girl is walking home when she notices a guy following her. Freaked out, she picks up the pace, but he speeds up too. Just when things are about to get dangerous, a stranger steps in and calls out her name. He seems to sense what's going on and pretends to be her boyfriend, putting his arm around her and offering to walk her home. The creep backs off. The girl thanks him, but she's still confused about how he knew her name.
제 이름까지 정확히 맞추시고 우연찮.
세상에 우연이 어디 있어요
Meanwhile, Young Soo is driving home when a news report comes on the radio. A serial killer has been on the loose, targeting attractive women who go out alone at night. Young Soo gets so caught up in the story that she forgets she's driving and rear-ends another car. The other driver gets out and demands that she pay for the damage. She apologizes profusely and even pulls out her commercial driver's license to prove she's not some amateur. But then the man's expression goes blank, and he reaches for his waistband. What they don't realize is that this is the serial killer from the news. In the blink of an eye, the man ends up locked in a cage. Turns out this family is even more terrifying than he is. This has got to be the most...
तो भैया आप एक दिन में कितना छोले भटूरे का प्लेट बेच देते हो 200 प्लेट से आवाज मतलब 6,000 या 7,500 का बिल बन जाता है और अगर मैं आपको बोलूं कि आप 30 मिनट में जितने भी छोले भटूरे का प्लेट लगाओगे वो मैं सब खरीदने वाला हूं तो टाइमर स्टार्ट करने से पहले भैया लगे भटूरों के लिए डो रेडी करने में और अब आपका टाइम स्टार्ट नाउ टाइमर स्टार्ट करते ही भैया नेक्स्ट लेवल स्पीड से छोले भटूरे का प्लेट रेडी करने में लग जाते हैं इधर भैया भटूरे चल रहे हैं और इधर भाई सब्जी पैक कर रहा है तो भाई क्या लगता है आधे घंटे में कितना पैक कर देगा 50 प्लेट पैक कर देगा मेरे को लगता है आज तक का मेरा सारा का सारा रिकॉर्ड टूटने वाला है क्योंकि जिस लेवल का भैया मेहनत कर रहे थे वो तो हेड ऑफ था ही लेकिन साथ साथ ये भाई पूरी स्पीड से छोले भटूरे को पैक करके हुए जा रहा था तो भाई जो कस्टमर यहाँ पर प्लेट ले रहे हैं वो सब भी मैं काउंट करते चला जा रहा हूँ इन दोनों की स्पीड से मैं शॉक हो ही रहा था कि अभी जाके 10 मिनट पूरा हो रहा है वैसे अभी तक कितना प्लेट हो चुका है 20 प्लेट हो गया भैया 20 प्लेट हो गया ये सुनने के बाद और ज्यादा शॉक हो चुका था तो सोचा भैया को डराया जाए अभी जाके 15 मिनट कंप्लीट हो रहा है आप तो बवाल मचा के रखे हैं यहाँ पे तो क्या है भैया का मेहनत देख के भाई हैट्स ऑफ है यार हैट्स ऑफ है इनको प्रणाम करके सोचा लोकल लोगों से पूछताछ किया जाए आपको क्या लगता है कि 30 मिनट में भैया कितना प्लेट बना लेंगे 50 ये सुनने के बाद डरा ही था कि सोचा किसी और से पूछ के अपना डर खत्म करा जाए मैम आपको क्या लगता है कि 30 मिनट में भैया कितना प्लेट छोले भटूरे का बना लेंगे 20 पार हो चुका है मैं साला अपना डर खत्म करने गया था इधर तो मैं भी डर गई खैर अब मैंने सोचा कि अब भैया को फाइनली डराया जाए आपके पास अब सिर्फ 10 मिनट बाकी है 40 मिनट हो गया ये बेटा 30 का गाना सुने ना ऐसा वाला हालत हो गया यार जब इतना हालत खराब हो ही चुका था तो सोचा कि पुण्य कमा लेता हूँ बाबू कैसा लगा छोले भटूरे कुछ इसमें कमी था ये वाला बात सच बता रहा हूँ भैया का प्रेशर नेक्स्ट लेवल बढ़ चुका था क्योंकि अब सिर्फ ओनली 5 मिनट लेफ्ट ये सुनते ही भैया ने अपना स्पीड 10 गुना तक बढ़ा चुके थे क्योंकि अब सिर्फ आखिरी के 1 मिनट ही बाकी थे ओनली 30 सेकंड लेफ्ट इसमें भी भैया ने लास्ट एक प्लेट का चैलेंज ले ही लिया जिसकी वजह से काउंट डाउन सुनो 4 3 2 1 और ये खत्म होता है 30 मिनट का पूरा टाइम 30 मिनट में आपने कितना छोले भटूरे का प्लेट रेडी करा है 54 इसका टोटल प्राइस कितना हुआ? 1620। भाई साहब तो ये गए पूरे 1620 रुपए। कैसा लगा एक्सपीरियंस? बहुत अच्छा। तो भैया आप एक
The female workers were focused on their tasks when the power suddenly went out. Everyone thought it was finally time for a break, but one woman stood up and made a phone call, asking the maintenance team to come fix the problem immediately. The others were annoyed when they heard this. Before long, the technician arrived. After checking the equipment, he found that the motor was damaged and said it would take 10 hours to repair. Hearing it would take 10 hours, the woman pleaded with him, asking if they could replace it with a new motor first and repair the old one later, so production wouldn't be delayed. The technician told her it was possible, but a new motor would cost at least 80 to 90,000 yuan. The woman panicked and quickly went to the head of the equipment department to report the situation. The department head didn't take it seriously. Machines break down. We just fix them, he said. If we bought a new one every time something failed, we wouldn't have that kind of budget. But the woman explained that a 10-hour delay would definitely affect production. Having worked for many years, the department head had never seen such a persistent worker. He grew impatient and told her to leave. Still, she didn't give up. She went to the production department instead. The department head there passed the responsibility along, saying it wasn't their issue, and told her to go back to the equipment department. She refused to believe that no one would take responsibility. Since no department was willing to handle it, she decided to report the issue directly to the general manager. Seeing she was just a factory worker, the secretary stopped her at the door, saying the general manager was on a business trip. With no other option, she stayed at the company, waiting for the manager to return. Instead, she ran into the chairman's daughter. She immediately explained that the motor had burned out, that repairs would take at least 10 hours, and that production could not afford such a delay. She also described how several departments had pushed the responsibility around. After hearing this, the chairman made a phone call and summoned the department heads and the technician. He did the math. 10 hours of production was worth 3.2 million yuan, while the gross profit from that batch was about 140,000 yuan. A new motor, however, cost only 90,000 yuan. The chairman was furious. Even a factory worker can do this calculation, he said. Yet these educated and experienced department heads did nothing. He immediately approved the purchase of a new motor and promoted the woman to assistant supervisor. The female workers were focused on
this is a Cuban super glue. It's supposedly stick to anything. And this is a non-stick pan. Supposedly nothing sticks to it. Oh? So here's the question. If we use glue that sticks to everything on a pan that nothing sticks to, will the super glue
Bro is defining.
non-stick pan still remain unglued? Sounds contradictory. The glue should stick, right?
Bro is defining the existence.
Only prevents food from sticking. How can glue not stick? Who knows? Let's experiment to find out. Friendly reminder, do not try this with your at home. Before we start, let's test the strength of the material. First, the non-stick pan. This is a genius invention. Due to the non-stick coating, where the cooking on cold pans without oil will frequently put through, nothing sticks. Indeed, non-stick pan. The AB surface. We stick wood, plastic, and iron to a regular iron pan. Let it cure fully. Then, won't move. Old test shows wood, plastic, and iron requires typically 290 very. Both sides are very impressive. Things get interesting. Are you serious? Time to start. Now the experiment starts. We stick wood, plastic, and iron to the non-stick pan. We wait long enough for full curing. See if the pan gets stuck. All right, now the glue should be fully cured. Let's test. How could it be so easy? Clearly, the winner is. Wait, there's a problem. What is it? Look, there's a mark on the pan. That means the coating is damaged. Your point? As long as I stick again in the same spot, it should hold. Then okay, Glenn. I'm applying more. Such strong glue can't fail. Your glue is strong. These two components are mixed. Firstly, it penetrates microscopic pores on the surface of the object being glued. After curing, it forms a mechanical interlock. Secondly, the glue layer can react with the surfaces of many objects forming chemical bonds. Together, they make the object inseparable. Exactly. But the non-stick pan prevents both mechanisms. Why? Its surface is a coating called PTFE. Teflon? Exactly. It's smooth and dense. Glue can't penetrate or wet. No mechanical interlock can be formed. Because BTFE has an extremely stable chemical nature, it's even harder to form chemical bonds. So ordinary glues usually have very little effect on it. Okay, almost done. This time, let's test again with a force gauge to see how much difference there is between the super glue and the non-stick pan and non-stick. Oh, 63.5 newtons. Still feels so easy. Let's try the next one. 73.6 newtons. The iron that was glued is tight. Hold on. 51.7 newtons. How did it drop so much? It seems very predictable.
So what kind of glue could still stand a chance?
I've just seen that there's Sharingan eye drops being sold in Japan right now, and they've literally gone so viral on Japanese social media. So I'm going to the drugstore right now to go and see if they have them.
So I first made my way to Tsuruha Drug, and it's these Roto Z eye drops that are currently doing the collab, but I couldn't find the Naruto ones anywhere. So it was time to move on to this big Matsumoto Kiyoshi to see if they have them there.
We found it. I'm so happy.
So there's 3 types on sale, but at first we could only see Sasuke and Itachi. Then we found the Kakashi ones a couple of rows down in the contact section, so we managed to buy all 3 types.
Let's see what's inside. The instruction needs to have Sasuke on the box. Oh, the actual bottle has the Sharingan on it. No, guys, look inside the box. It's Sasuke and Itachi.
Each type has the character Sharingan printed on the bottle. They're based on the instructions.
The man lay on the ground for 3 days and 3 nights, but he didn't dare move his body. Behind him was a cliff hundreds of meters high. If he slipped, he would surely be smashed to pieces. To survive, the man held tightly to the sand, trying to keep his body balanced, but the sand was too loose to support his weight. Before he could even react, his whole body began to slide uncontrollably downward. In a panic, he spread his legs to increase resistance and pressed his head tightly against the ground as a brake. This finally stopped his body. He instinctively wanted to call for help, but when he looked up, he realized there was no one around. Just as he was feeling hopeless, his phone in the backpack suddenly rang. He realized this might be his only chance of rescue. He quickly adjusted his posture, carefully reaching toward the backpack. But as soon as he touched the phone, his right hand slipped. He lost his balance and began falling rapidly toward the cliff again. Fortunately, at the critical moment, he grabbed a protruding rock and managed to wedge his body at the edge of the cliff. Now, he was extremely close to death. The man had no choice but to calm himself down and think of every possible way to save himself. Suddenly, he noticed the surging waves beneath his feet. A daring idea instantly formed in his mind. He kept muttering something to himself, calculating the frequency of the waves hitting the rocks. After several confirmations, he mustered the courage and jumped when the tide reached its highest point. With the seawater as a cushion, he wasn't smashed to death, but the force of the cliff jump was too
चलो बाय
strong.
गाइस
His waist accidentally hit a rock, and he fell into unconsciousness. Fortunately, the man soon regained consciousness. Before he could suffocate, he desperately swam to the nearest rock. The surviving man coughing out the seawater, choking his throat, then lay on the ground, gasping heavily. After a while, he struggled to sit up, only to find that his right hand had been cut open, with bone visible, making his scalp tingle. He could only adjust his mindset and prepare to leave this place. The next moment, just as he took a step, he suddenly heard a snap from his lower body, and then fell heavily to the ground, losing consciousness. The man lay on...
What happens if you eat ginger every day for 60 days? Day 1, your teeth slice into the yellow root. A gingerol bomb detonates in your mouth. The heat burns down the back of your tongue and races into your esophagus. Tears burst from your eyes. A wave of warmth rises in your stomach and spreads rapidly to your limbs. It feels like you swallowed a ball of fire. Day 7, intestinal movement speeds up. Built-up food is forced forward, floating to place like a punctured balloon. That heavy, stuck feeling after meals disappears. Stomach fire turns into momentum. Your digestive system starts running efficiently. Day 20, gingerols block inflammatory pathways. Muscle soreness fades. Joints feel freshly lubricated. When you get up in the morning, your knees no longer crack and pop. Your body regains a long-lost flexibility. Day 40, blood breaks through blockages in peripheral circulation. Fingers and soles warm up. Years of cold hands and feet are driven away by body heat. Viruses try to invade the respiratory tract, but the immune system raises a firewall. You stay standing strong through flu season. Day 60, your metabolic furnace burns hot. Fat combustion accelerates. Blood sugar levels smooth out. No more sharp spikes and crashes. In the mirror, pale skin gives way to a healthy flush. Energy surges through your veins. You swallowed fire, and your body was forged into real gold. What happens if...
These gold-plated pins can actually make you rich. Most people throw away old electronics without realizing these pins are covered in a thin layer of real gold. We start by spreading a bag of pins into a tub and covering them with water. Next, we pour nitric acid, which starts a chemical reaction to dissolve metals like brass and copper. We let the mixture sit overnight, and by the next morning, the base metals are completely gone. The gold is now floating in the acid because it is the only metal that did not dissolve. We filter small white ball of gold and mercury. We crush the ball and add more nitric acid while heating it with a torch. Once the smoke turns from dark to white, we know the mercury is gone. Finally, we add borax powder and melt the remaining dust into a solid 24-karat gold nugget. This tiny piece of metal is pure gold extracted from simple electronic waves.
The man suspected that the
Bye,
woman
guys.
mask was the killer who had murdered him, so he did not sleep for 3 days and 3 nights, just to wait for the clown to appear. But as soon as it reached 12 o'clock, no matter where he was, he would be shot dead by the clown. Immediately after that, he would wake up at 9:30